Hmm. Woo! What's up, everybody? I mean, God dang it. What's up, everybody?
By the power of Grayskull.
What is up, everybody? What is up? God damn it, if my Ravens, one thing about being a Ravens fan, you need a heart condition, you need a pacemaker. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. You know, you look at guys like Lamar Jackson and black men overall. I've always said to people, on paper, you're perfection. But in reality, something's wrong. There's a bit of frustration that goes through being a black man every day of your life. Consequently, it's part of the territory. I'm going to talk about frustrations, not just about my favorite football team. I am a diehard Ravens fan, whether we win, lose, or draw. That's just who I am. I believe in loyalty. And I'm going to tell you about frustration that goes on typically with black men. Frustration is not just being enough, it's mentally knowing you're enough. In the working world today, we're the only group of men that are told by their women, we don't matter. We're the only group of men today that says we need to do better. I want you to think about that. The man that defeated slavery, the man that defeated and won civil rights, shit that every man in America could not even produce. We're always got to be better. Young lady I'm talking to right now, currently, she had a little bit of an issue. And I'm going to say it because I'm Black Pill. She fucked up. And I had to tell her about herself in a way. And I'm always told that I'm a little bit harsh. I'm hard. For all my airmen, Marines, soldiers, guardians, both space and coast, hard men make soft times. See, the men you call hard are the men you rely upon. The men you call hard are the men that never get a chance to fucking fail. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? When I told her, and I don't have to be vulgar to tell people about themselves, I just got to be truthful. And what I learned through my young 43 years of life, that's more than what most can bear. See, I can only be what I'm taught to be. I'm only what I am because I was forced to be this way. See, I was the shy, nerdy kid who loved his comic books, who everybody had to get the audacity to fuck with when all I wanted was peace. But all you gave me was hell on earth. See, I'm not allowed to be great in solace. I'm not allowed to be who I supposed to be. I'm supposed to be great when you take away from me. I'm supposed to be great when you don't believe in me. When I manage to become something not because of, but in spite of, that's when you see my value. You don't give me the innate respect of a goddamn living organism. You don't give me the reverent respect of a creature that your God, your ancestors, or the universe created. I'm supposed to prove who I am every goddamn day. I'm not supposed to be loved unconditionally. I'm supposed to have all the conditions, all the challenges met before I even get garner a ruble's worth of respect. See, guys like Lamar and myself, we understand each other very well. You seen my greatness, but you didn't even want to pay me. You seen my greatness, but you didn't want to put weapons around me. Psalms 140, verse 7. O Lord, O God the Lord, the rock of my salvation, thou hast covered my head in the day of battle. Who covers my head? Who's battling for me? This is where black men have a unique relationship with Earth. You're not supposed to have feelings. You're not supposed to have an opinion. Hell, you're not even supposed to be living past the age of 40. Let's look at that very carefully. You're not supposed to be living past the age of 40. You're supposed to be the beast of burden that any and everybody use and abuse. You're not supposed to be somebody with any conscious thought or any redeeming qualities. You're supposed to play the fool for somebody who didn't even see your value until they wasted away their youth, wasted away their prime. You feel me? You're not supposed to have any value until you're proven to everyone else. Nobody likes to talk about that. Everybody wants to treat you like you're nutty. Everybody's going to misconstrue being fed up. Everybody's not supposed to be looking at you as you count. I'm not supposed to get righteous anger. I'm not supposed to have any wherewithal. I'm supposed to go into the corner, shut up, and be told what I should think. See, the world is not yours to take. The world is supposed to overlook me. I'm supposed to be lonely. I'm supposed to be a ne'er do well. I'm supposed to be the habitual loser. Just like I told Shorty, you want a man like me? That shit cost a lot. I don't care that you were formerly married. I'm not going to get and buy anything that someone else got for free. I don't know if you guys heard me, but I am not going to buy anything a lesser man than me got for free. Well, Charles, you speak so harshly. Why shouldn't I? And I had to be truthful. If your husband or your ex husband was so good, your black ass would still be married to him. Am I wrong for saying that? I don't think so. I'm not going to play emotional Uno if I'm not going to get any damn thing out of it. If you can't control your tongue sober or inebriated, don't look for a man like me. I've paid too many prices. I paid the price for God and country for nearly 3 decades of my life. If I'm not respected, and this out of anybody, she's a veteran herself. You should know. What type of cause a man like me is worth. I even went to the point of explaining to her the 3 reasons why black men are fed the fuck up with their women. Because number one, somebody put this in the chat, please, for time of memorial. Number one, you never gave a fuck what we thought, felt, or even go through. Because as long as you benefited, you could give a fuck. Whether it was through our labor, whether it was through our deaths. You could give a flying fuck. Number two, you don't know because you never took the time to even ask. Number three, because you're stuck in your self pity prisons. Stuck. We never told you to get hair weaves. We never told you that you weren't beautiful. You didn't believe us. You didn't care. You chose to put blonde weaves in your head. We didn't. What black man said, I want a bitch with blonde hair? Excuse me. What Negro male said, I want a bitch with blonde hair? That is not my cross to carry. That is not my burden to bear. Like a Lamar Jackson, I'll ball out every goddamn year you have me on your team. And this is the thanks you give me? Poor coaching, poor line, the inability to make fucking decisions. You claim the only reason we date outside of our race, which the majority of us don't, is because we want it easy. Well, how the fuck would we want our relationships to be hard? Why? Think about that. You know you're fucking difficult. Why would we want to deal with a difficult woman? Do all you bid wenches put hair weave in your head when you're with that white or Asian or Hispanic man? The answer is no. Ask all the swirlers. They'll tell you that's a focal point. No, no. Did we ask you to gain 50, 60, 70 pounds and look like somebody who should be blocking for Lamar? No. These are choices that you made without black men. These are choices you made without our consent. Did we ask you to ruin your reproductive system? No. Did we ask you to be baby mamas to drug dealers and homosexuals? No. Why should we spend our ever waking moment trying to please you when you don't even respect us? Why? You'll even go so far to say that we want it easy, but yet you choose to stay difficult. Why? Why? Because you know no other way. Men are natural problem solvers, but you push us away when you have a problem. But you want to sit around and ask us to listen. You want to argue facts instead of going with the stats. You said it's dangerous for black women to be around us. Statistically, we've proven several times over that it's more dangerous to be around you. Our children are 5 times more likely to be abused in your homes than ours. You look down upon us, but you live in the projects. You literally have God on earth, Excalibur in your hand, and Superman from the goddamn sky, and you don't appreciate a goddamn thing. And we are supposed to sit there and take your shit. We're supposed to love you like we're stricken with Stockholm syndrome. If you're saying that you wouldn't take abuse, why should we? That's frustration. That, my friends, is frustration. I'm giving you that Anita Baker, giving you the best that I got. I'm giving you that Anita Baker, giving you the best that I got. And it's never good enough. That white man never has to prove himself, does he? That Hispanic man never has to prove himself, does he? Africans in piss poor huts get more respect from their women. Mexican pig farmers get more respect from their women. And what do we get in exchange? Your fat, nasty asses to kiss. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties are a motherfucker. You don't even raise your own sons, not the men you're screwing, but the men you birth. You don't even see them as valuable. That's how I know there's a real issue. That's how I know something's wrong. You don't even cultivate things that came out of your womb. You don't even cultivate the organisms that come out of you. You get to destroy the community hand over fist, but you expect the men you respect the least to come and fix it. So you can sit on your laurels in the ashes and rest in your quote unquote feminine. The same shit your mother did not teach you to be. You turn our daughters and sons against us from off of telling half truths and absolute lies. Your father doesn't love you. No, your father doesn't love her, but your father loves you. What's even more shameful about it, you can't even be honest to your own children and say, I wasn't shit either. You can't even tell the truth and say the only reason you were born is because mama didn't swallow or wipe you away. Mama did not look to pick a good man. Mama picked a man because she was horny. And mama can do no wrong because whatever decision she makes, good, bad, or ugly, you're going to have to just live with it. No matter how much of a decision you make, and no matter how much of the hell you put your children through. No, 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 no. I'm on one. A lot of you don't even talk about that you grew up abused, mistreated. You're lucky if your mom even gave you afterthought. Many of us in the black community don't want to even admit that you have no memory of your mother hugging or loving you, even telling you, I love you. I'm opening up some real hard wounds. There's many men and women who are listening to my voice live and later on recorded that may cry hearing that statement. There are some of you who may never even listen to me again and call me a liar when you know I'm telling the absolute truth. If you spent as much time as you did picking your hair weave, your kids might actually be great. If you even spent a tenth of that time, your kids might actually be great. But no, Charles doesn't know what he's talking about. Charles is just making this shit up as we go. Back to the situation at hand. When I tell Shorty about the emotional labor you want me to put for you, what do I get out of it? Do I get your undying love? Do I get your respect? Do I get your loyalty? Why should I do something you didn't require from your ex husband? You know what, subscribers and loyal listeners to the Faulkner Man, I got a confession to make. When I was in my blue pill, slightly red pill rage, I used to think to myself, how does all these lesser niggas get married and get all these kids, get all this loyalty, get all this sex? Let's not stop there. I got plenty of sex. Why do they get all this out of women in their prime? But when you meet me, I gotta come and I gotta go do the 12 labors of Hercules. I gotta go through arduous, laborious tasks to even garner your respect. And that's not even your full respect. That's just so I'm not shitty. So eventually, dudes like me stop giving a fuck. Dudes like me stop giving a fuck. You wonder why? Because it wasn't fucking worth it. And this is right before I clocked in for work. This is right before I could tell you the exact time. The conversation we had was between 9:20 and 9:50. 30 fucking minutes. She said absolutely nothing. And I told her, this is not the time for you to make a rebuttal. This is my preamble before we have the real conversation. I am 43 years old. If I make it to my grandfather's age, I am a blessed man. Why should I waste my time if you're not going to understand the value that I possess? The powers, the abilities, the knowledge, the training, the education that I hold. What the fuck can you really give me? That's that says you're even worth it. That's that Lamar Jackson frustration, boy. And like many black men, you sure as shit can't blame them. Well, this is the best we can do. Do better. Do better. That's what you would tell us, right? Do better. When you want to do better, changes are made. You're not going to regress back into a lower position, are you? Well, I want us to do better and do right. How are we going to do that if you're not willing to do the same? How can you ask for me what you cannot accomplish your goddamn self? Well, I didn't know you felt this way. Yeah, you feel this way because this is the first time in your life a black man is going to be totally honest, regardless if he benefits or not. That's the fourth thing. You're not ready to have an honest conversation with an honest black man. Hmm. What happens when you meet that guy who's not a fuck up? What happens when that happens? What's the outcome of that? Are you ready to take those tough conversations? Are you ready to take a nigga who can make an audible at the drop of a dime? Are you ready with a dude who's been in the octagon, who's been on the wrestling mat, who's been in the boxing ring, who's been in the streets, knuckling up, took the blows literally and metaphorically? What can you do to a person like that? What can you truly do to a person like that? What can you do to a person that has nothing else to fucking lose? That becomes real interesting, doesn't it? That becomes real interesting when you got a guy who doesn't give a fuck anymore, who's seen the ins and outs of life. What happens when you meet that guy who's seen the worst and the best of humanity has to offer? Hmm. What's that little saying y'all like now? Well, I guess we both ain't shit. I guess we aren't. You know what happens when a person's frustrated? They become recluse. They become indifferent. They don't care any which way it goes. And I told her, you use different things to push people away. How successful has it been? You even said you might have helped. You helped with the destruction of your former marriage. You haven't learned that lesson. See, that's the difference between men and women. It doesn't take much for a man to learn. Why do you think men aren't making babies nilly willy? Why do you think 55% of black men are unmarried? It is so goddamn easy for a black man to get married, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. You females don't even understand how easy it's for a black man to get married. Because we ask the least out of any man on earth. But you wouldn't know because you're not even invested in your man. Because you always think there's another nigga standing by. And for some of you women who actually get married in today's time, a lot of you get married to lesser niggas. You get married to riffraff. You get married to trash. And you only hold that nigga up so you can try to prove to the world, I'm not going to die alone. When that's all you do, you specialize in dying alone because you're miserable. You don't hear too many stories of children hating their fathers, especially when they understand what their father had to go through. But living in the home with their mothers, that tells a very, very interesting story. I even had to tell her, there's a reason why your mother avoid eye contact with you because of shame of the hell she put you through. She can't even say I'm sorry. And I'm not even gonna just bow on this one chick because I've heard this story so many times it will make your head spin, then explode. Literally, your brain will spontaneously combust. You will have so much divine deference to your mother, but you will physically, damn near physically, but you will emotionally, mentally, and spiritually castrate your father and not even get his side of the story. You think this is hate? No, shorty. This is frustration. This is like, you're not worth it. The toil is not worth it. There is no diary of a mad black woman. There's the journal of a frustrated black man in America. What the fuck you gotta be mad about? You didn't have to go out there and march and fight with the Klan, racist police officers, and the US government itself. You didn't start any slave revolts. You didn't have to free the black family in the Civil War. You didn't have to work the laborious and backbreaking jobs to send your ungrateful ass to college so you didn't get touched by Mr. Cartwright. You threw your education and government benefits in our goddamn faces. And we are supposed to feel sorry that you're losing your jobs because they cut DEI? Fuck no. Well, sometimes you come off a little harsh. Is it harsh or is it truth you can't take? Because I'm trying to find out which one is it. That's what I like to know. Inquiring minds really fucking want to know. If you don't want to answer, duly noted. Well, you don't know how it feels. Am I supposed to know how it feels when you pick men you shouldn't have been around? Am I supposed to feel when you refuse to be with the men who can get you out of your transgressions? Is it my fault that the majority of the men you call lame said, nah, we'll pick a different option? Is it truly our fault? Why should we give a fuck when you had the advantage? You literally worked the HR departments. You could have gave black men their freedom papers with employment and education, but you gave it to your nappy-headed friends. And now all of you have gotten your pink slips from the U.S. government that said, "Get the fuck off our titty." Why should we care? We don't owe you jack shit. I'm gonna ask again. Why should we care when we don't owe you jack shit? Why should we? Why should we? I've asked that question for years, and not one person can answer that. Why should we? You don't care. You don't care. It's been proven. It's goddamn disrespectful. See, really, everything is a-okay with your boy. I'm just talking about frustration for black men. I'm perfectly okay. When you know who you are, what you stand for, ain't shit that gonna piss you off. I'm speaking for the men who's not able to speak. I'm speaking for the men who are afraid to speak. I'm gonna open this up for the men who want to talk. By the way, don't trust me, I'm good. Sometimes there's different things that hit your spirit that makes you realize that, damn, somebody else is going through worse. Let's speak up for them. Let's speak up for them. Well, I don't get it. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna get it. It wasn't meant for you to get. Here's the link for anybody who wants to join. If not, I'll either keep talking or I'll end it here. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing, as frustrated as a fan that I am of the Ravens, everybody knows the secret thing. You can't be a Ravens fan without having a little heart condition. That's the funniest part. It's cool with me. It's great. It's Gucci. What I refuse to be is less than. Come back. See, frustrations are supposed to make you reevaluate situations. And I'm going to say this to you, brothers and sisters. Frustration is supposed to make you reevaluate. Only weak men stay within frustration. This is the reason why a lot of black men are afraid to go to the table and say, we're going to have to renegotiate this contract. If I don't get this, the business is resolved. And trust me, there's a lot of brothers out here who's going through real frustrations and need to air it out. If anybody want, that's the Cash App for anybody who wants to do it. What's up, Jadea? Long time no see. I could get over a football game. My boys are going to bounce back one way or another. What I can't see is the lack of respect for my brothers, both young and old. What I can't see is somebody disrespecting my brothers. And taking it on the chin. Too many of us have done it, and too many of us made a living out of it. What happens when the black man stops being the whipping boy? Frustration should make you want to change things. Frustration made Nat Turner go on a fucking rampage. And by the way, people forget quickly that Nat Turner was a preacher man. Frustration made Jesus Christ kick over tables and take switches and start kicking ass. Frustration made young men volunteer for World War II to take on evil itself. Frustration gave you your civil rights. Frustration sent my generation 20 years in fighting terrorism. Frustration had my generation and those in the previous of the Gen X become the best fathers on earth because we got tired of people saying we're not good fathers or good men. Frustration is not a bad thing if the energy is given purpose. That's frustration. To answer your question, do I believe in the notion of just war? It's never just war. But at the same time, you can't let terrorism, fascism, worldwide tyranny exist. I'm going to answer that question. Should the United States stay out of World War II? Should the United States not retaliate against ISIS, the Taliban, and ICE and Hamas? Regardless of anybody's political beliefs, conspiracy theories or not, should we just take it on the chin? It's never just war, but I will say this. Should we let it slide? And I'm going to ask another question. Should black men let disrespect slide, even if it comes from our women? Even if it comes from simps and coons? Should we just let the disrespect slide? Should we let people like Charlie Kirk tell us what really goes on in our communities? Should we let that slide? You're not a real black man until you get a little frustration in your system. Feel me? You're not a real black man till you go through some shit. That's when you truly earn your stripes. That's when you truly know how the world actually works and how it responds differently to you. What's up, ABM?
What's
See,
good, man?
what's good? Uh, I'll say this. I like Zach Orr, but not as a defensive coordinator.
You know, him and Harbaugh might be gone.
They might be. If Zach Orr's not gone, if he's not stepping down, Harbaugh's going to change. Harbaugh's going to lose his job if he doesn't make that man step down.
He's gonna have to.
It's as 30 years of the Ravens existing. It is shameful to say defense. We're known for historically for defense. That was not it.
How bad is Lamar's injury?
I don't think it's bad. I think it was frustration. I think Lamar just said, fuck it, take me out. I'm hurt. You're not giving me good plays. I think he's frustrated with the offensive coordinator. I think he's frustrated with the line not picking up any blitzes. For the last 4 fucking games, I've been running for my fucking life. Think about it. He says I'm back to the fucking first MVP year. I didn't have a line. You had Derrick Henry running the ball like a motherfucker. Why did you stop? You had Mark Andrews out there. Why didn't you keep giving to him? And that's the frustration I use, for example, of how black men feel. You got an MVP, you got a world beater, you got a once in a generation talent, but you ladies don't see it. See, this is how I know my audience when they don't understand when I speak of frustration. Frustration is supposed to create change. Even when I talked to Shorty today, and she had to get her coming to Jesus, a la Buddha, and Charles Faulkner moment. The nigga you see that can be nonchalant and laid back, this is the guy you're not used to. He's hard. My parents are hard people. They're loving people. They're hard people. You know why? I'm a Lake Clifton boy. I've been talked about. People crack on each other. I said my parents called me worse than that. Come on, nigga. God damn. Come on. You gonna be funny or you gonna be something? See, when you're forced to be hard as a man, it's a lot different being hard as a woman. Nobody's gonna comfort you. Nobody's gonna pat you on your fucking titty and say everything's gonna be okay. It's harder for men out there because we can't fuck our way out of poverty.
Hmm. Hmm.
Should I say that again for the other folks out there?
That's true shit.
We can't monetize our pussies because we don't have them. Because bitches have the mentality that dick is free. Okay. There's not really too many simp ass women who will pay for us. See, a simp will reward you for failure. A bitch will pay you to take hers.
Yeah.
If a bitch pays you, you got to take a lot of shit with that.
And that's not really a man's nature.
Mm-mm. It's lesser than for a man to do that. Let's consider that. See, people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about that. Is that frustration used to change the world? A lot of niggas still believe that Lincoln freed the slaves when we freed him, when we joined the war. You're the only man on earth to be a slave and gain the same rights as the ruling class. I don't care if it's on paper or not. The unmentionables in India have been fighting that war for thousands of years, and they still got their caste system, right?
Facts.
They got to come over to the country you made. They got to come to the country you made free and equal to everybody. It wasn't no fucking white man that made it equal. It was you. Lincoln was losing the war up until black men joined because the
That's a
North was
fact.
running out of money. Your moneymaker was the South, and what was your thanks? Put you back on those farms as a second-class citizen.
Same thing in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like to admit it.
I've been over in Amsterdam in Germany when I wrestled. I've been to the Anne Frank house. Did y'all know that?
America was getting his ass handed to it over there in Europe. Them tank divisions.
The Panzer tanks. Why do you think? A lot of people don't know this, and I had to show this to my godsons and my son. The Panzer tanks and the nuclear bomb is the reason why you had the term German engineering. Our tanks, the Sherman tanks, we kept throwing them cheap motherfuckers at them. For every fucking Panzer we destroyed, we lost 20 tanks.
That movie Battle of the Bulge with Jim Brown.
Mm-hmm.
That's about a black tank division over there in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Saved the
First
fucking
of,
day.
first of
No
all,
credit.
do
Never
you
get any credit.
never get any credit? First of all, do you think they sent white boys out to Auschwitz? I've been in the places where they call the liberators. The Jews over there called the liberators.
Yeah.
They still celebrate black men who freed them from their concentration camps to this day every year. But a black man in his own country is never that revered. How does everybody look at you as God on earth but your own people in your own country? And then the most sinful part about it, I get my country doing it. I get my women doing it. But you do that to you do that to another black man. Shouldn't that make you frustrated?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Black men are frustrated.
But yet, people will call me a liar. You're Tuskegee Airman. Thank you for mentioning that, Anthony. And God rest the soul of the last Tuskegee Airman and all of them. Let me ask you this goddamn thing. Let me ask this question: how many planes did the Tuskegee Airmen lose?
I'm not sure.
Give me a number. Give me a number.
1,
24.
You said 24. What you say, Lewis?
1.
Anybody in the chat? Give me a number. Give me a number. Give me a number. I want everybody participation today. Everybody in the chat listing. I don't give a goddamn if you shadow listing. Give me a number of how many planes the Tuskegee Airmen lost. You know what the answer is? 0. That's a badass feat, isn't it? 0 lost in combat. Right?
Floyd Mayweather of Airmen.
Fuck Floyd. The Sugar Ray Robinson of Airmen. And the reason why I'm gonna say that anybody who truly knows boxing will never say Floyd Mayweather is the greatest. Go look at the interview. If you think I'm lying, Roger Mayweather, his former trainer, God rest his soul. Ask him what he thought of Sugar Ray Robinson. Ask him when the interviewer said, How you think Floyd would have done against Sugar Ray Robinson? The look he gave him told a story. If Floyd made it out without being knocked out, it would have been a miracle. It would have been the closest to death he would have faced. He said a guy who was that fast, that skilled, that agile, that strong. He said he hits like a mule. What do you think Sugar Ray Robinson would have done against Canelo? He would have knocked him out clean. How do you start from the body, head, and go back to the body and head? He'll throw seven combinations, and you don't know which one's going to knock you out. How do you get greatness like that? Well, Trump's trying to erase Black history. First of all, this is. Can I go black pill for a minute? My fellow black men, can I go black pill? Give me a woo in the chat if I could go black pill. Give me a woo in the panel if I could go black pill.
Go black hole.
I'm gonna go black hole. All these libtards, because that's the only thing I could call them. Well, Trump's trying to get rid of Black history and all this stuff. First of all, it is not your school's job to teach Black history. It's your parents. It's you who are parents. It's you who are older, supposed to make the children respect Black history. Do you think Jews have to tell their kids about the Holocaust? Do you think the Native Americans have to teach their kids have to wait to school to teach their kids about the Trail of Tears?
But Charles, half
Yes,
these
sir.
motherfuckers still have a slave mindset. So I learned more from fucking Black history off of an Anheuser poster in the fucking 80s at a liquor store than I did from school.
You know that? A lot of you remember when they had the King Mansa Musa?
Yeah, and Hannibal and all that shit. Yeah.
How does a fucking beer company teach more about your fucking history than your parents and your school? The only thing you were shoved up your ass was Dr. King, Harriet Tubman, and maybe some
Booker T. Washington.
Booker T. Washington. Notice most of your schools stayed the fuck away from Malcolm X. None of your schools taught you we coming to get our check, Martin.
Well, we had to read the autobiography in 5th grade, Malcolm, and do a book report on that shit. But we had a black teacher, so.
That's the only way you were. It's a black teacher that gave a fuck. A black teacher that gave a fuck. Most of you motherfuckers never heard of Mega Evans. This the reason why B. Simone can say Dr. King was cheating on his wife. Well, let's say if he was, right? That's between him and his wife and God. But at the same time, a foolish mortal, why would you listen to a government that's out to character assassinate somebody for gain? Why would you trust them? Only a fool would trust the information of an enemy, right? If you're battling somebody on the war front, would you trust the information they voluntarily give you?
People like B. Simone is why I voted for Trump. For real.
I know. That's why it makes it funny. But yet,
82%.
do you know how many black women got sick of black women? Do you know how many got sick of black women's ways?
Oh, look at those butchers making those videos.
You know what? Oh, shout out to LAPD SWAT 1. Don't forget about the Ashanti Empire or the Benin Empire when they were selling your ass. Think about it. You know, I'm going to go back to highlight this. Did you know historically they fought the fucking British to still sell you?
Y'all still there?
I'm here.
Charles took a call. Yeah. People like B. Simone is why I voted for Trump. That man put his fucking life on the line fighting for black people. And what's his fucking thanks for it? 60 years later, some little ugly, light-skinned bitch, she's going to take the word of COINTELPRO over Dr. King. Wow, what a slimy bitch. And it's like, what do you gain from that? Do you think you're being deep right now? Is that like a deep thinker? Like, so yeah, since you love white people so much, now you get Trump for your fucking president.
I'm back, folks. I want you to think about that. Their whole economy, I don't know if y'all heard me when I dropped off, their whole economy was selling your black ancestors. I want you to think about that. They literally fought the British tooth and nail and lost badly to sell you. And we're supposed to hold all these people in high esteem, right? All these so-called people, right? You know, we're supposed to hold all these people in high esteem for selling our black asses.
Black men got a right to be frustrated.
If a black man's not frustrated, I'ma just say this. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck is wrong with you? Something gotta be wrong with you. It should be goddamn morally and mentally and spiritually impossible not to be frustrated in these days and times. Well, why don't we just live in harmony and peace? Real simple, nigga. Because your enemy doesn't believe in that shit.
Yeah. And you're not going to be able to soft shoe your way out of it or fuck your way out of it, like so many people think, especially black women.
This is the reason why so many people had an issue with BGS said off the table. It wasn't to get black women back. It was to show black men what they really fucking think of you. Because so many of you niggas really don't give it. Really don't get it.
No, they don't. They get pussy, dude. They good. I get pussy, so everything's okay.
I will quote Obsidian with this one. Most niggas are one blowjob away from being blue pill again. Just like I had to tell Shorty. There's a difference between I want you versus I need you. People don't want to face that reality. There's a difference between I want and I need. You're right, All Star G. We all we got. We are all we got. If the last 5 years alone, when we were talking about politics domestically and globally, hasn't taught you shit. If Red Pill hasn't taught you shit, Bay hasn't taught you shit, BGS, Art New Style, Dr. T, Dr. Neil has not taught you shit in 5 years, we are all you fucking got. A guy like myself can easily be Brandon Tatum 2.0. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. I could have 100,000 subscribers, taking out all my videos and starting brand new.
And he's
Just
such a
to
cuck.
go ahead.
No, I was saying Tatum. Tatum's a cuck.
He's a cuck.
Did you
And he's
see
a
him
coon.
fake ass cry? Did you see him fake ass cry about Charlie Kirk?
Oh yeah. And did you see him when he was like wilding out and he was acting like a real nigga? Cussing dude out, challenging him to a fight.
Well, I mean, Turning Point put him on, so you know, Kirk was his handler. He was his
Kirk was
boss
his
man.
handler. Oh, I'm gonna be a good black man for you.
Yeah,
I'll
Tatum
be-
is so typical. You got all of that smoke for black.
But when
Like,
the
all
white
right, man.
people said this, but when the white people told him your child ain't white, he was left what? Dumbfounded. Because what's a good thing white people will do? They will tell you who you are and what you are not.
Same thing they did with Candace. When Candace was putting those baby pictures out there,
Your kids ain't white.
they was eating Candace's little baby the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yes, Candace. Even your kid got called a monkey. And I saw those tweets. But hey, I'm sure Candace makes a good living doing what she does. Okay.
She gotta live. She gotta live with herself. You know. Gotta live with yourself.
Well, you know what? When that kid grows up to be a tragic mulatto, don't even blame the white folks. Blame your fucking mother.
I know that's Heather. Oh, y'all didn't know that she doesn't have black American roots
Oh no, don't do that. You're being divisive.
or truthful. See, to be a nigga like me, divisive means you're telling the truth. Niggas don't want you to know.
Listen, bro, all of this Trump shit, Charlie Kirk and all that, this country is getting back to its white Christian nationalist roots.
Yeah.
And all this little, you know what I mean? All this little shit, it's not going to save you in the long run.
No.
It's not. You're not going to fuck your way out of this. A lot of y'all niggas, y'all just want to get a white bitch. Same thing with black women. A lot of black women want a white man to come fucking save them. You better pay attention to the fucking temperature outside, man.
What
Because
did I say?
when
Go
shit
ahead.
hits
I'm
the
sorry.
fan, people always stick with their own kind.
They will, and I respect them for it.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm a Johnny come lately. You know how many bitches? You know how many bitches I told that I dated in my lifetime? When I first meet you, I expect you to be still fucking your ex boyfriend. I'm the new nigga. People be like, "That's so fucked up." Is it? You think you think motherfuckers are gonna give up good dick and good pussy for you when she doesn't have to teach them or show them what she likes or what she's into? I'm just a realist about it. Ask any chick that got divorced when you were separated, were you still fucking your ex-husband or your husband when you were separated? As a matter of fact, how many of them are fucking them after the divorce was settled and finalized?
Which is
Hello.
why you might as well stay the fuck together.
Why not? And then here's the crazy part about it. Then complain about the single life. What's my favorite? What's one of my favorite songs? I'm living the single. Everybody together. Life.
Well, that's because it's always the grass is green on the other side bullshit. And it's just not reality.
It's
And
not,
unfortunately, a lot of our women, most of our women do not live in reality.
man. I've told somebody this recently. If Thanos actually exists with the Infinity Gauntlet, If he wanted to snap away the delusion of black women, the Infinity Gauntlet would have ran out of batteries. It was that powerful. Their delusion is that powerful, my dude. It's when you actually pinpoint the frustration, you're supposed to take action. But guess what we fail to do? We fail to hold people accountable. This is the reason why I came up with the statement: simps ruin everything.
Yeah.
Why don't we get respected? Because a nigga who got a couple of dollars and a hard dick is not going to be loyal to the brotherhood. But that bitch who's fucking you and taking your money, she's going to be loyal to the sisterhood. And damn sure she's going to be loyal to her options. Well, that's
You
fucked
just
up, being
described you just described every nigga in the NBA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look what PJ Washington going through.
Well, at least he's only paying $2,000.
Exactly.
The rest of these niggas, the way y'all go behind each other and fuck these hoes and get them pregnant, you niggas need to be ashamed of y'all fucking selves. Stephon Diggs, like, dude, you and Offset might as well had ran a train on Shorty, and you get her pregnant.
Yo, yo,
Like, shh,
yo. How old are you, EBM?
44.
44. I'm 43. We the same age bracket, nigga. We probably met running through the tunnel in the Hammerjacks.
Like, these niggas is disgusting, and
See, a lot of y'all don't know Baltimore terminology in our age group. We call bitches like that dummies. Cardi B to a dude like ABM and myself, we'd have been giving each other dab. You fuck that dumb bitch too?
we wouldn't have got her pregnant,
No.
and we wouldn't have married her.
I'm gonna marry a stripper. I want you to think about this. PJ Washington is catching hell from a half a nigga. She
And
can't.
what's crazy about PJ Washington is that when she was running around with Kevin Gates, she wasn't bothering with her baby daddy.
Nope.
When she
That's
was
why.
doing her little fake Muslim shit,
Nope.
she didn't give a fuck about PJ. The moment she breaks up with the rapper and that, now she don't have anything better to do. Because
Nope.
that was what she was trying to bag Kevin Gates.
Yeah.
And he wasn't having it. He told her, bitch, you want a baby from me, you gonna have to do this Islam shit. And she just you come on, man. We all knew that shit wasn't gonna last.
But Kevin Gates was smart about his, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Whether you agree with him or not, you gotta give credit. You gotta give credit where it's due.
So now she don't have a boyfriend, so now it's back. Now she just wants to give the baby daddy hell just because she's mad.
And when we
Yeah, she's getting up there. She's 33.
because she did the cardinal sin of all hoes. Run your goddamn mouth.
She's mad that she didn't get the bag like Dre and Nicole. You not a smart hoe.
Just a hoe.
Because Drea Nicole is a professional baby mother. She actually knew what she was doing.
What's my man who just paid the million?
Anthony Edwards.
That had to be the most brilliant shit ever. He did the most manliest shit ever.
And you notice even the chicks ain't saying nothing about him.
Yeah.
Notice even black women not really saying nothing about Ant-Man. Because listen, he said he didn't want the kid. You went and had the kid and wait. Okay, great. Here's your 1.8. Get out of my fucking face. Don't ever contact me. Now, who you mad at?
And then she wanted to complain and get sympathy.
How the fuck did a nigga hand you 1.8 and you complain? And see, Brittany Renner, she wished she got that 1.8.
You're getting, and you know what's funny? She's getting the same amount from a nigga who might be a doctor or a lawyer. Or a principal, or principal to a high up school.
That's boring. They as much as these women talk all this niggas cheat and niggas this, niggas that, they don't want them niggas. They don't. You know why? Because those dudes you just named, they all got their shit together.
They're not reckless.
These broads like these ball players and these rappers because there's a level of control there. Because they're reckless. You better do what I say, nigga. I'll put you on child support. See, these bitches know they can't play that game with dudes that got their shit together. So of course, that's not a turn on for them. They're only turned on by dudes they can control.
What happens when this is the scariest thing to the United States? It's not another country invading. It's not going to war. What happens if the men don't play ball? That's the scariest shit to your government right now.
Especially in the black community. Because Uncle Sam is pulling the plug on all this shit. And you got men finally waking up. BGS like to talk about these chicks gonna come back to the table. The problem is that who says the men gonna want to play ball?
And that's the point what he was making. Just to show the last vestiges of simp what these broads really think of you.
Listen, I was telling chicks last year, you better get back with that baby daddy of yours. And oh fucking well, he cheated on you.
Oh well. It just lets you know you ain't the only bitch in the world. You should play your role.
It really makes me think that I don't think men were designed to just have one woman.
No.
Because
I
it's
can prove
all
it.
coming back to that. Oh, I don't have to tolerate you cheating now. Well, listen, this is only the beginning. That because they're really doing Project 2025. A lot of people don't want to admit it. They're doing Project 2025. In Project 2025, they're talking about switching up this child support shit, switching up this alimony shit.
And they're giving it to the men.
A lot of white men have been getting fucked with this child support and alimony shit.
And they're
And they've
giving
had
it back
enough
to the
of
men.
it.
And they're giving it back to the men. They're giving back. Think about it. You heard what Kentucky did, right?
Nah, speak.
Oh boy. Hit the Cash App. because we gotta educate. Hit the Cash App, folks. Your late night, the master of the late night show is back. Did you know Kentucky unanimously voted in automatic, soon as you divorce, 50-50 custody and child support? Meaning
Woo!
they took away the incentives of women divorcing and getting the kids, the house, and everything. There's no monetary incentive anymore.
City boys,
City boy, city
city
boy,
boys.
city boys.
I love it.
I fucking am elated. I am ecstatic.
Dog.
Do you know in the first month of this shit, they cut divorce rate by 25%. So it wasn't about her happiness. It was about the money. Guess what? When a bitch found out she ain't getting shit when she leave the nigga, well, this is keeping women in abusive relationships. What's that old saying? Fuck that. I guess we both ain't shit.
I guess you
And they
more
said,
willing to take that ass whipping now, bitch.
yeah, they said there's 5 to 10 states already reviewing it and about to make their own state laws in that. You know, remember the Wiz, Can you feel a brand new day? What happens when you take away the incentives? What happens when you take away the goddamn incentives?
Facts. Facts. Times are fucking changing.
Motherfuckers thought the ride was gonna be forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever.
These bitches thought that this shit was going to be forever. All it take is one day, the motherfuckers down in DC wake up and make a decision to change shit.
Did we not spend a whole year and a half warning you? Trump get back in that office? I've told people the same Trump that you got in his first term is a different Trump prior to his assassination attempt. It was like the moment when Jesus met John the Baptist and got baptized, and the Holy Spirit manifested upon him. Do you know that if Trump gets this shit done, he's gonna be the president that stood up for masculinity?
Greatest white man of the 21st century.
He is the greatest white man of the 21st century. In the words of Ric Flair, like it, hate it, but you better learn to live with it.
If you don't like it, learn to love it.
Learn to love it. See, a lot of niggas said, well, no, these bitches got too much power. What happens when you take the power away? See, a woman's greatest strength is her seductiveness. A man's greatest strength is his indifference. I told this one chick I used to mess with when she said, y'all just mad because we don't care about you anymore. I said, no, we just don't care about y'all anymore. I said, Shorty, Madden's about to come out, and God knows if you don't get a man before GTA 6, it's over.
Charles, how many times have you heard me say, when white people get mad about shit, that's when things change.
Too many to ask, my fellow Baltimorean. Too many times to even state.
You can hate the white man all you want. All your pro blacks out there and all that shit. Hey, I'm not telling you what to think. All I'm saying is this. White folks ain't like black folks.
Mm-mm.
Black people are all talk. White people in America are not all goddamn talk, dude, on both sides, liberal or conservative. They ain't all fucking talk, dude.
No.
They just killed Charlie Kirk. They tried to kill Trump.
When they get pissed,
Fucking
they
liberals
believe.
ain't playing.
When they get
And the conservatives ain't fucking playing.
when they get
They're
pissed,
ready to change things.
when white men get pissed, it is called hell's vengeance and anger. You're gonna tell me the people who happily genocided other races of people and called it manifest destiny are above taking away your rights?
Yeah.
Under what president
You-
did we strike down Roe v. Wade? Do you think the
and look,
president?
and look, as much as they bitch about Roe v. Wade, really all Trump did was just throw it back to the states.
Oh yeah. By the way, you know what's funny? What's the number one? What's the number one word that people call Trump, and it starts with a F?
Fascists.
Is giving people, because when you give it back to the states, that means you're giving the people the power, right, to vote. Correct.
Facts.
Isn't that the textbook opposite of fascism?
Yes.
I'm just checking for the niggas in the back. They were asking. They didn't miss it because we were playing back there. So your women voted in y'all states who took it down against it. Because you do know women are the majority population of the United States, right? The same bitches you call sister secretly went to that ballot and said, nope, I'm going to keep my man. Fuck you. Y'all not going to be the sisterhood with us? No.
So that's for all of you out there who oh, Trump's racist, Trump a bad man. Listen, the evangelicals don't really like Trump
No.
because they say he's too soft on abortion.
Yeah.
Those racist evangelical Christians, they say he's too fucking nice.
Yeah.
While you black people scared to death, listening to these fucking Democrats.
The same motherfuckers who told your sons they're girls.
But if you look at the policies, this only helps black men. This 50-50 divorce thing catch on, that's going to help black men not get cleaned out in fucking divorces.
Yep.
Man, y'all better shut the fuck up and let this man work.
That motherfucker like me right now in the kitchen making some good shit, isn't he?
It's a new day out here, man. Welfare, gone. DEI, gone. Affirmative action, gone.
I had this one guy, great comic book artist. I buy his art. I support my brothers. Staunch liberal. Trump's bad man. I said, why? I said, let me ask you this question. Well, how do you feel? Because he brought this feminist article. Black women lost 300,000 jobs. I said, so? Did they give a fuck when you couldn't find a job? And I said, but you're not going to talk about how 200,000 black men found jobs. Here, prove it to your article. I said, okay. Did a quick 5-second Google search. I stand corrected. I'm sorry. I gave you bad information. It was 275 black men in 2 months found jobs. Oh yeah, I forgot. And this happened under what president again?
Ask them how many white women lost jobs.
And that's what I asked them. So if they're telling how many black women lost, that means probably close to 1 million white women lost jobs. And guess what happened? The difference between white women and black women, white women ain't stupid enough not to go back to their men.
Mm, mm, mm.
Did I say that again?
Hey, you cooking, man?
On the stove and on the airways.
White women still had husbands. Black women listen to feminists, and now you're in the fucking house by yourself, facing eviction.
And
Well,
guess who
where's the
that was
father?
living his best life?
The father's in the fucking courthouse filling out paperwork.
Because he's about to get his kids. Guess
And
what?
some of these bitches are so selfish, they'll take the kids to the fucking homeless shelter with them.
Yep.
Instead of admitting defeat and taking the kids to go live with the damn father while you get your shit together.
Yep. White women are not above going back to their man.
Hey, try to tell them.
Let's get that crispy shit together, man.
Try to tell them. You bitches better get back with them baby daddies while you still can. Better work something out. Like the little stupid bitch up there in where was she at? Detroit? And she had the kids in the car, and a couple of the kids died in the car because they was homeless. Was that Detroit? Yeah, it's going to get real, man.
Oh yeah. It's not only going to become real. And remember, winter's coming. Figuratively and literally.
Winter
Winter's
is
coming.
here.
We got to quote my boy Thanos. You couldn't live with your failures. That's the one quote every black man should say. You couldn't live with your failure, and where did it bring you? Back to me. But some of you
Fucking
niggas,
classic. Thanos is classic. God damn.
that nigga was talking cash shit for 2 whole movies. Told these motherfuckers. He said, what I did the first time, that was just business. What I'm going to do to you now, it's just pleasure.
Dread it, run from it. Yeah, boy.
But surely the delay of the inevitable.
Black
Or should I
man
say,
sitting
you
here
delay of
laughing. I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm. Black men getting jobs? If Trump's a racist, I like this type of racism.
Hey, like I said, I ain't gotta make love to the man. Just do your fucking job.
Do your fucking job. Well, Biden did the same thing. He probably go down as one of the greatest presidents ever, but he failed.
Well, he lost his fucking mind. Literally.
And that lets you know how many people voted for this motherfucker.
Yeah.
What type of black jobs are you talking about? Bitch, the one the illegals taking from you. Because you know goddamn well, you live in Baltimore like I do. How many Negroes do you see on construction sites? Who were taking up all the fucking trade jobs in Baltimore?
Not only that, all the fast food joints
Mm-hmm.
where young people would go find work. High school kids and college kids, they'll go get a job at Popeyes or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now they're taking all the fucking jobs. So what is the 17-year-old high school senior supposed to do for employment?
Sell drugs.
What you gonna tell that little motherfucker?
Here's the funny thing. Instead of saying what jobs are black jobs, the ones you can get, nigga, Trump should have hired me for his interpreter of black people. What are black jobs? The ones your black ass can get. What is that supposed to mean? Are you working? No. That's the reason why. My man at All Star G said they busy in Chicago right now. All Star G said that nigga Thanos had the spirit of Devo the whole time. You know, there's an old club mix back in the day. When Trump got in office, get busy, huh? What? Get busy, huh? What? Oh, he was getting busy. He's done more in the first 6 months of a presidency than most presidents do in 2 terms. And this makes you think, right? Follow me for a minute, ABM. What the fuck did all these other presidents? What the fuck were all these other presidents doing?
I was just getting ready to say that this man has done more than I've seen any fucking president do in my fucking life.
Exactly. And he's done. And then he dropped half. And then he dropped $500 million to $1 billion to HBCUs.
You know what? But ungrateful niggas don't care.
No, they don't. Well, that's the money they were going to give anyway. No, that's addition to the money they were giving them.
Yeah,
That's
he
not
actually
the,
upped it.
yeah. Yeah.
Obama slashed it.
Yeah.
What a lot of people don't like to talk about.
And
You know,
then
because
Trump,
he's damn near Jesus Christ to a lot of these niggas. Obama cut it.
yeah. He's Jesus with all the Latter-day Saints. All the Latter-day Saints. Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, man. Trump is kicking ass, and it's crazy because he got just about 3 more years. This is only year 1.
Get that in the front of it. It's cool. Yeah. It cuts like this. Yeah. Perfect. Stop. I keep telling
I
people.
mean, it's going to get nasty, man. I'm telling you. Black women gonna have to make a fucking decision. You're gonna have to get back with your men. All of
Told him
this,
that.
I don't do 50-50 shit. Hey, okay. All right.
50-50 sound damn good when you broke. 50-50 sound real good when your car get repossessed.
Yeah.
50-50 sounds real good when you're sleeping in your car. All I got to do is go around Pulaski Highway, go to your gas stations, go to your parking lots, up Sinclair Lane, with the little shopettes, knock on a few windows, and just strike a proposal. And trust me, these aren't ugly bitches I'm talking about. Some of the baddest bitches you fawn over on Instagram are living on somebody's couch. Did I say that?
Yeah, it's actually a term for that. What they call it, soft homeless or
Soft
invisible
homeless.
homeless, some kind of term for that.
some pretty term to make them feel better about themselves.
Yeah, it's like invisible homeless or some shit.
Like I'm a partial homeowner. What is it? Partially, I don't own a home. See, you got to understand something. People don't like to bring up Obama with Obama. To this day, Trump has not even deported nearly as many motherfuckers as Obama. But we don't talk about Obama like that because, you know, he black Jesus with the good hair. But the whistle we had to come into the acknowledgement that that even black women can marry the most powerful man on earth, and that's still not good enough.
Yeah, ain't didn't Michelle say she thinking about leaving him or some shit?
The fucking your daughter tries to have a seance so she can talk to Tupac. I mean, what more does a black man have to do to get some respect in this country? You talk shit about Robert F. Smith when he signed the financial freedom papers for 400 male students at at Morehouse years ago. You complained about that.
Ungrateful niggas.
You talk shit about Bill Cosby when he said pull your pants up. All the niggas who wanted you to do better, you crucified. What happens if all the unmarried, childless black men said, fuck it, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach?
They'll call everybody coons and sellouts, and you took the easy road out and all this type of shit. Yeah.
You got mad when Hulk Hogan said the same thing a black father would tell his daughter. He said the word nigga. Okay. You surprised by nigga born in Florida said the word nigga? Hey, if you're gonna marry a rich up nigga, you're gonna better at least marry a rich one.
I
What
mean,
you think?
what's so different than that than what any black woman says?
Exactly. What was different than I told my niece? And guess who didn't take the information? Y'all will give babies to nip dogs. Y'all will give like I want y'all to follow me real quick, right? If I had a daughter, I would take her by her hand, march to her school. Who's in college prep? Who's the nerdy motherfucker who's going to be doing computer science or some type of STEM? He is. Fuck his brains out. What Daddy? Why you say fuck his brain? Fuck him till his legs lift in the air. Is that rude for me to say?
Yes.
Fuck him till he goes to sleep. Fuck him like a nigga on child support. Why you say that, Daddy? Because that nigga's going places. Because if I leave you to your own devices, the niggas you're gonna get pregnant by are not gonna have a penny with a hole in it. Huh? No, no, no. Say what you want about the average white bitch or Asian bitch, and they freaky as fuck. How many middle class white bitches are getting pregnant by trailer park trash?
Facts.
Name one. Name one. Name one of them getting pregnant by trailer park trash. And they the freakiest hoes ever.
So the problem is bad mothers. Sorry ass mothers leading the daughters astray.
Shout out to my boy Jason Lee. Not to tell too much of his business. One of the guys who schooled me into the police, still there. Got 20 plus years now. Married to a woman, making good money, working overtime. Found out his wife was cheating. House went into foreclosure. He didn't whine and cry about it. He manned the fuck up, smartened the fuck up, worked hard, did his overtime, supported his daughter, spent time with his daughter, had his daughter live with him for a significant part of time. And guess what happened? He bought a house that was worth valued over $400,000, freshly built. I call him the Black James Bond because he's silent, but every woman wants him. And guess what? Because he invested so much time and effort and money into his daughter's studies, I think she's going to Virginia Tech with a full ride and being an architect. Does that sound like a success story to you? Did you hear what I said, ABO? He got his daughter, invested time, money into her and her education. She's getting a full ride in college to become an architect. Not a psychology degree, not a woman studies degree, architecture. She's going to be doing the architects for buildings and houses. That black man ain't too great. That black man ain't nothing. Think about it. Superfly Gamer said, crazy. They got Antifa protested about illegals because they want black people doing these jobs. Because they don't want black people doing these jobs. That's racist itself. Exactly. They got these liberal fucks who don't work, who don't bring anything to the fucking stuff, to the nation, and have the audacity to do what? Protests? Old Star G said black member resources won't want to deal with these burdensome lynches, which is true. This is the reason why I told the story when I had to straighten out Shorty. Said Shorty, you don't know who I am. You're not used to dealing with a man like me. I'm not perfect, far from it. I got shit with me like any other human being. Hell, probably more, and I'll admit it. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm not a loser. I've been a winner. In the words of Dr. Doom, I don't know any losses, I only know setbacks. And that's when you make a great comeback. LAPD SWAT said the phrase that pays. The hidden enemy is the pale liberal. They don't suffer the consequences of their policies. Now they soon will. That's the beauty of it. They soon will. But let me get out of here, folks. You know, Thank you for listening to a man who had to speak. Thank you for listening to a man who has a plan. I said it once and I say it again. A lot of you need to really realize this one fact. You're very powerful. Don't let anybody discourage you. Frustration is not always a bad thing. Frustration is not always a bad thing. Okay? Frustration is supposed to make you move. You're back, ABM.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard about my boy Jason, man, from the department. When I told the story.
Yeah, you said house got foreclosed.
Yep. When he found out his wife was cheating, got divorced, house got foreclosed. He didn't cry about it. He smartened up, did his overtime, worked, invested at times. Daughter lived significantly with him, invested in her education. She's getting a full ride at college to be an architect. Isn't God good?
It's a scary thought to have to go out there on your own and rebuild and start from scratch. But it can be done.
It can be done.
I always tell people you'll be surprised what you can do when you have to do it.
What's the old statement?
When the going get tough,
Don't get going. The fact that people fear this one thing is the fact that people are not inadequate, is that they really don't realize that they're powerful beyond belief. A lot of people don't know that. If you're powerful beyond belief and you don't know it, that's why you have inadequacy. That's why you're scared. Because you don't want to step out on your own and have faith. But what do they always say? Faith without works is what? Dead. It's nothingness. It's dead. But all right, ABM. All right, everybody. Let me get the hell out of here and get some rest.
all
Woo!
right, buddy. I'll let
Till
you.
next time. Till next time, another great show.